Chapter 1. The Sandwich That Changed the World. They say actions begot consequences, but if we have a glimpse into the future and see just how deadly the consequences of our actions might be, then maybe we'll learn to think twice before acting. This is a story of how the actions of a teenage boy set the world on fire and led to the death of 40 million people. It's June 28, 1914, 10:45 a.m. Sarajevo, Bosnia. The morning has been a disaster. A 19-year-old boy named Gavrilo Princip just failed to assassinate Archduke Franz Ferdinand, heir to the Austro-Hungarian throne. His bomb bounced off the Archduke's car. It exploded behind them, injuring dozens, but missing the target. The other conspirators scattered. The mission failed. It's over. Princip, depressed and desperate, wanders to Moritz Schiller's delicatessen on Franz Joseph Street. He orders a sandwich. As he sits to eat, he contemplates his failure, the greatest moment of his life, and he couldn't execute it. Meanwhile, Franz Ferdinand and his wife Sophie are changing their schedule. They'll visit the injured from the bombing at the hospital. But Franz Ferdinand's driver, Leopold Lojka, hasn't been told about the route change. 11:15 a.m. The motorcade turns onto Franz Joseph Street. Lojka realizes his mistake. He stops the car. He needs to reverse. The car stalls directly in front of Moritz Schiller's delicatessen. Gavrilo Princip looks up from his sandwich. He can't believe it. The Archduke, 5 feet away. The car isn't moving. He steps forward, draws his pistol, fires twice. The first bullet hits Sophie in the abdomen. Franz Ferdinand's last words to her: "Sophie, Sophie, don't die. Live for our children." Sophie dies within minutes. The second strikes Franz Ferdinand in the neck, severing his jugular vein. He dies 10 minutes later. With those 2 bullets, Gavrilo Princip killed 40 million people. This is the story of how one assassination triggered a catastrophic chain reaction that destroyed 4 empires, redrew the map of the world, introduced humanity to industrial-scale death, and created every major conflict of the 20th century. This is World War I, the war that ended the 19th century and its age of empires, and violently birthed the chaotic modern world we still inhabit. And it almost didn't happen. If a driver hadn't made a wrong turn, if a car hadn't stalled, if a teenager hadn't been eating a sandwich at exactly that spot at exactly that moment. But it did happen, and nothing was ever the same again. Chapter 2. Europe Before the Storm, The Beautiful Lie. Part A. The Belle Époque, The Illusion of Peace. To understand how catastrophic World War I was, you need to understand what it destroyed. Europe in 1914 was at the height of civilization, or so it thought. They called it the Belle Époque, the beautiful era. Paris was the cultural capital of the world. Art Nouveau architecture, Impressionist painting, Debussy's music. London was the financial center of a global empire on which the sun never set. Vienna was the city of Freud, Klimt, and the waltz. Berlin was challenging all of them with scientific and industrial innovation. The European empires controlled 84% of the Earth's surface. Railways crisscrossed the continent. Telegraph cables spanned oceans. Steamships made the world smaller with long voyages routine. Indoor plumbing, electricity, motion pictures, modernity was arriving. And the people? They genuinely believed war between civilized European powers was obsolete. Economics had made nations interdependent. Norman Angell's best-selling book, The Great Illusion, argued that modern war was economically impossible. Nations were too interconnected. But beneath this glittering surface, fault lines were deepening. Part B. The Powder Keg, Nationalism and Imperial Rivalry. Europe in 1914 was a powder keg. Here's why. First, the German problem. In 1871, Germany unified into Europe's most powerful industrial giant military powerhouse state, with a population of 65 million. This shattered the balance of power that had kept peace since Napoleon. Germany's Kaiser, Wilhelm II, was brilliant but unstable. He fired Otto von Bismarck, the architect of German power, because he wanted personal glory. Wilhelm wanted Germany's place in the sun. He wanted colonies, respect, and fear from other nations. He built a massive navy to challenge Britain. He talked big, acted erratically, and made everyone nervous. Second, the decline of empires. The Ottoman Empire, once terrifying, was now the sick man of Europe. Its Balkan territories were in revolt. Serbs, Greeks, Bulgarians all wanted independence. Austria-Hungary was similarly fracturing. 11 major ethnic groups, constant nationalist movements. Franz Ferdinand actually wanted to give them more autonomy, which is partly why Serb nationalists wanted him dead. Third, the alliance system, the doomsday machine. After 1871, European powers built an alliance system meant to prevent war. Instead, it guaranteed that any conflict would become a world war. Germany and Austria-Hungary, the dual alliance. France and Russia, the Franco-Russian alliance. France gets muscle, Russia gets money. Britain, France, and Russia, the triple entente, informal but real. It works like this. If Austria fights Serbia, Russia must help Serbia. If Russia fights Austria, Germany must help Austria. If Germany fights Russia, France must help Russia. If Germany attacks France through Belgium, Britain must help Belgium and France. Nobody wanted this system. Everyone was trapped by it. It was a suicide pact masquerading as a security arrangement. Fourth, the arms race. In 1906, Britain launched HMS Dreadnought, a battleship so advanced it made all previous ships obsolete. Germany immediately started building its own. By 1914, both nations had spent fortunes on fleets they'd barely use. On land, Germany perfected the Schlieffen Plan, a complex strategy to knock out France in 6 weeks, then pivot east to crush Russia. France had Plan 17, an attack on Germany through Alsace-Lorraine with maximum aggression. These plans required rapid mobilization. Once armies started moving, they couldn't stop. The military timetables would override political judgment. Fifth, nationalism run wild. Serbian nationalists wanted to unite all South Slavs, which meant taking Austria-Hungary's Slavic territories. French nationalists wanted revenge for 1871 and the return of Alsace-Lorraine. Pan-Germanists wanted to unite all German speakers. Every nation had revanchist movements, irredentist dreams, ethnic grievances. Sixth, colonial competition. The scramble for Africa created permanent tensions. Morocco nearly caused war in 1905 and 1911. France and Britain almost fought over a swamp in Sudan. These weren't resolved, just postponed. The Balkan Wars, 1912 to 1913. The dress rehearsal, Serbia, Greece, and Bulgaria attacked the Ottomans, winning easily. Then they fought each other over the spoils. Austria-Hungary almost intervened. Russia almost intervened. Germany almost intervened. Europe almost exploded, but it didn't. At least this time. Everyone learned the wrong lesson. That crises could be managed, that war could be localized, that threats and mobilizations were just diplomacy by other means. So when the next crisis came, in Sarajevo, on June 28, 1914, nobody thought it would actually lead to war. They were catastrophically wrong. Chapter 3, The July Crisis. How to Start a World War in 6 Weeks. Part A, The Assassination and Austria's Response. The assassination of Franz Ferdinand should have been a tragedy, not a catastrophe. Assassinations happened, but this one was different. Austria-Hungary immediately blamed Serbia. The assassins were Bosnian Serbs, trained and armed by the Black Hand, a Serbian nationalist terrorist organization with connections to Serbian military intelligence. Serbia denied involvement. They probably weren't lying. The Black Hand operated semi-independently. But Austria didn't care about truth. They cared about an excuse. You see, Austria-Hungary's military and political hawks had wanted to crush Serbia for years. Serbia was stirring up Austria's South Slavs, encouraging separatism. This assassination was the perfect pretext. But Austria needed Germany's support. If they attacked Serbia, Russia might intervene to protect their fellow Slavs. And if Russia intervened, Austria needed Germany to hold them off. July 5, 1914, Austria's envoy meets Kaiser Wilhelm in Berlin. They request support. Wilhelm, on vacation and not thinking clearly, gives Austria a blank check, support for whatever action they take. This is catastrophic. Wilhelm has just told Austria they can start a war and Germany will back them. Austria's hawks are thrilled. July 23, 1914, Austria delivers an ultimatum to Serbia. It includes 10 demands, several deliberately designed to be unacceptable. Serbia must suppress all anti-Austrian propaganda, dissolve nationalist organizations, arrest suspects Austrian names, and, most outrageous, allow Austrian police to operate inside Serbia to investigate the assassination. This last demand would violate Serbian sovereignty. No independent nation could accept it. The ultimatum includes a 48-hour deadline. Austria wants Serbia to refuse, giving them their war. July 25, 1914, Serbia's response shocks everyone. They accept 9 of the 10 demands. The only one they reject is allowing Austrian police on Serbian soil, but they offer to submit the issue to international arbitration at The Hague. It's a masterpiece of diplomacy. Serbia looks reasonable. Austria looks unreasonable, but Austria doesn't care. They reject Serbia's response and recall their ambassador. They're preparing for war. Part B. The alliance system activates. The dominoes fall. Now the alliance system takes over. Every nation faces the same dilemma. Back down and look weak, or support your ally and risk war. Pride, honor, and military timetables will decide the fate of millions. July 26th, Russia's Foreign Minister Sergei Sazonov tells Austria that attacking Serbia means war with Russia. Tsar Nicholas II, a weak man who loves his family more than ruling, doesn't want war. But he can't abandon Serbia without looking impotent. He orders partial mobilization, just against Austria, not Germany. July 28th, Austria-Hungary declares war on Serbia. It's official. The first domino has fallen. That same day, Austrian artillery begins shelling Belgrade, the Serbian capital, across the Danube River. The war has begun. July 29th, Russia realizes partial mobilization won't work. Their military plans only account for full mobilization. Nicholas II, pressured by his generals, orders general mobilization. This means mobilizing against Germany too. Here's the problem. Mobilization means war. There's no turning back. Russian mobilization activates Germany's Schlieffen Plan, which requires attacking France through Belgium within days. Once mobilization starts, military timetables override diplomacy. July 30th, Kaiser Wilhelm, now realizing what his blank check has unleashed, sends frantic telegrams to Nicholas II. They're cousins, both grandsons of Queen Victoria, and they use nicknames, Willie and Nicky. Wilhelm, if Nicky's Russia mobilizes against Austria, Germany must mobilize too, and then it will be too late. Nicholas, it would be right to give over the Austro-Serbian problem to the Hague Conference. But it's already too late. The generals are in control now. July 31st, Germany issues ultimatums. Russia must halt mobilization within 12 hours. France must declare if they'll stay neutral in a Russo-German war. Russia doesn't respond. France says they'll act in accordance with their interests, which diplomatically means we're backing Russia. Germany declares a state of imminent war. August 1st, 1914, Germany declares war on Russia. The Schlieffen Plan is now active. German armies must smash through Belgium, encircle Paris, and knock France out in 6 weeks. Then they'll move east to fight Russia. France orders general mobilization. August 2nd, Germany invades Luxembourg, who is neutral, as a stepping stone to Belgium. They deliver an ultimatum to Belgium: allow German armies to pass through or be treated as enemies. Belgium's King Albert I refuses. Belgium is neutral, guaranteed by international treaty, a treaty Germany signed. August 3rd, Germany declares war on France. German armies cross into Belgium. Britain issues an ultimatum: respect Belgian neutrality or Britain will intervene. Britain has been trying to stay out, but they have a treaty obligation to Belgium from 1839, and they can't let Germany control the Channel ports. British Foreign Secretary Sir Edward Grey stands at his window as dusk falls. He says, "The lamps are going out all over Europe. We shall not see them lit again in our lifetime." August 4th, 1914, 11 p.m., Britain's ultimatum expires. Germany hasn't responded. Britain declares war on Germany. The concert of Europe has become a symphony of catastrophe. Within 6 weeks of an assassination in Sarajevo, the 5 great powers of Europe are at war. Italy stays neutral for now. The Ottoman Empire will join later. Japan will seize German Pacific colonies. But the core disaster is already complete. Germany and Austria-Hungary versus Russia, France, and Britain. Millions of men are mobilizing. Trains are moving. Timetables are being executed. And everyone believes the war will be over by Christmas. After all, no modern industrial war could last longer than a few months. The economic costs would be unbearable. Governments would run out of money. Soldiers would run out of enthusiasm. They're about to discover they're wrong. Horrifyingly, catastrophically wrong. The next 4 years will kill empires. And 40 million people.